Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So today we want to talk about the M4 Mac Mini. Who's it for? Why would you want it? And then there are a few little notes that I have regarding Bluetooth. So let's get on with it. So first of all, take a look at this price right here from Apple. I'm going to put this up on the screen. You see it is available for $599. That is the M4 base model Mac Mini. That is with 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU, 256 gigabytes of storage to start with. So $599 is actually not a bad price for what you get with a very fast single core speed, very comparable last year's M3 Pro chip, which is very, very good. So I'm going to put up here the M4 Mac Mini. This is their education school pricing. So now what we have up here, this is the qualification for education pricing. This is directly from Apple's website. Go to apple.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, click on Shop for College, and it brings up this right here, and then you can learn more. And these are the qualifications. Take a look at them. It looks like almost everybody can qualify for this, but here's the thing. If you don't qualify for the education pricing, and that education pricing brings the price down to $499 for that same $599 model, and then $200 more additional dollars if you want to go up to 512 gigs. Yes, that's 512 gigs of storage, along with a 10 CPU, 10 GPU, and 16 gigs of storage. But let's say you don't qualify for that education pricing. Well, you can also check out Costco.com. Yes, where'd you get your Mac Mini? Costco. If you do have a membership, you can get the 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU, again, 16 gigs of RAM for $499. And I bring that up because to me that's so important, because if you compare that to the M4 iMac, it starts at 8 CPU cores, 8 GPU cores, and that's 16 gigs of memory, but those 2 extra cores do help with a little bit more of that processing power. So when we talk about the M4 specs, who's it really for? Who's it targeting? I know myself, I was definitely a Hackintosh builder. This is where you want to build something that is like Mac Pro power, but yet Mac Mini price. And I don't know about you, but I definitely took one of those cheese grater Mac Pros, upgraded the CPUs, the GPU to one of the AMD Radeon chips, upgraded the hard drives, upgraded the RAM, upgraded everything we could on that, just so we could get that Mac Pro performance, but again, that Mac Mini price. But I think the numbers for the M4 chip, yes, that is a base model M4 chip for the Mac Mini with those 10 CPU and GPU cores. I think, I don't know if you can do better building your own Hackintosh, or if you even can, especially with the introduction of Apple Silicon. I know back in the days when Apple still only used Intel, you definitely could make a compelling case to really build a nice, powerful Hackintosh machine. But if, like you know the drawbacks of building that Hackintosh when it came to updates, you were afraid to update. I don't know, maybe it was just me who was afraid to update because it would either break my system or break a functionality of the system. So even though we wanted to update, we wanted to get that latest OS, we couldn't. We had to wait for the newest patch of software in order to update without breaking some sort of functionality with our system. And so maybe another target, maybe you are a PC user looking to get into Mac for the first time, who doesn't want to spend an arm and a leg on, say, a MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air. And again, you're a PC user who's already got an extra keyboard, a monitor, a mouse, or another trackpad of some sort laying around, and you want to get into the world of Apple. You want to at least try it out, dip your toe in the water. For $499, if you qualify for that pricing or can get that price, that is a really, really compelling offer. But what if you're a Mac user who already loves using their Mac, but you've only got, let's say, a MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air, and you want something you can hook up monitors like these 2 Thunderbolt displays behind me, and you just are looking to maybe get into a desktop situation, again, for that starting price, you're getting a really compelling machine. Oh, but you might be thinking to yourself, 256 gigs of storage, 512 gigs of storage, I need more than that. Well, if you want to, you can attach a 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte drive if you so choose, like we've got here, and increase your storage. And I know there's other videos out there where you can even pretty much make that 4 terabyte external drive your main drive and basically put everything on there and use very little storage on your Mac Mini, again, if you so choose. But I guess I've got one more target demographic on who this M4 Mac Mini might be for, and it could be you out there who wants to get into the M4. You want to see what that chip is all about. You want to know, is it really as good as everybody is saying it is? Is it as fast as everybody is saying it is? And maybe you're wanting to pick up the M4 base model Mac Mini as a holdover for that M4 Max Studio or that M4 Ultra Mac Studio, where, like the computer, maybe you don't need a laptop. Maybe you want to get the most out of that desktop. Maybe you want the most cooling possible, but yet you want to get into that M4 Mac Mini just to try out that chip, and then you can really see how much power it's got when you get the M4 Max version of a Mac Studio or the M4 Ultra version of a Mac Studio, and really see how powerful that chip is in the future. So your M4 Mac Mini is your stepping stone, your holdover until that M4 Max or M4 Ultra hoping Mac Studio comes out. And so I've got one last little update for you. This is regarding Bluetooth. I've been asked in previous videos, hey, how's the Bluetooth? I'm a little hesitant, I'm a little gun shy in pulling the trigger. So if you're anything like me, you had the M1 Mac Mini and you absolutely had Bluetooth issues like myself. I had those same Bluetooth issues to where your Magic Keyboard or Magic Trackpad would cut out. It would disconnect, especially if you were on a work call. Remember that time when everybody worked from home and we had to mute and unmute on Teams or whatever platform you use? Remember Zoom? But anyways, it has happened to me where that has disconnected. It has cut out at a very inopportune time when I needed to make a presentation, or I just simply needed to mute, and literally my trackpad would disconnect, my keyboard would disconnect, and I'd have to literally find myself plugging in a wired keyboard. That is now primarily why I use an Apple wired keyboard as our main keyboard for our main machine, is because of what happened in the M1 Mac Mini days where that Bluetooth did rear its ugly head, and no matter what, I still had those issues no matter all the software updates. So I am happy to report here that after using this machine for quite some time since it came out, I have had zero Bluetooth issues whatsoever. Just updated to the .1 update. I believe it's 15.1.1. And again, no issues. If I'm wrong, I'll flash it up here. But overall, no issues with Bluetooth with the M4 base model Mac Mini and Mac OS in general. So just want to put a little update video out on who this is for, who this Mac Mini is targeting. Yes, this is the M4 Mac Mini base model, and Bluetooth issues, there have been none. But if you like this video, hopefully you did, you found it somewhat helpful. You know what to do. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, comment. It all really helps out our channel. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.